Hello students, good morning to one and all. Hope you all are staying safe and healthy at your home. Welcome to Mahatma Gandhi Government School, Abu Road. Children, you know very well that due to corona pandemic, you are not allowed to come to school. So we will continue our study through these online classes. We are going to learn so many new things and exciting things together. So before we start our chapter, I introduce myself. I am Mrs. Lalita Pandit, your science teacher, and going to teach you science this academic session 2020-21. So warm welcome again children. Let's start our journey with chapter number 2, explore the world of microorganism. First of all, children, meaning of microorganism or what are microorganism? See, you have already seen many kinds of plants and animals around you, but still some organisms are there around you. You can see through your naked eyes. So organism which we cannot see through these naked eyes, they are known as microorganism. Micro means children very tiny, too small, we can say too small. So a microorganism is a living thing that is too small to be seen with the naked eyes. Normal eyes we can't see them. If we can't see them, then the question is how can we see? We can see them through a microscope. Microscope is an instrument, children, which magnify the size of the organism, and we are able to see through a microscope. Now, what the kinds? They may be unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means single cell and more than one cell means multicellular. So they may be of two kinds. For example, like bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae and virus. Hope you understood children what are microorganisms. Now the question is, where do microorganisms live? Or habitat we can say, where they are found. When we cannot see, how can we judge where are they? So first I want to say children, they can live in all kinds of environment. Whether it is too cold, whether it is too hot. You can see on your screen, they can live in all kinds of environment ranging from ice cold climate to hot spring and desert to marshy land. What does it mean children? They can bear the hot temperature, the high temperature and even the icy cold areas climate. They can survive in every kind of environment. This means, okay. Now, our second point is, some live independently without any support, while others live as a parasites inside the body of other organism. Parasites means for their existence they need another body to live in. They live in or on the body of other organism. So they are considered as parasites. You can see on your screen children, if I say that my hands are free of microorganism, I am not absolutely correct. If you see through magnifying lens or microscope, there are many kinds of microorganism. As I have told you earlier that we can see only through microscope only. So in simple word, if I say children, where do microorganisms live? In answer in one word you have to say microorganisms live everywhere. Okay? This is the answer and you understand thing. Now, when we are talking about the microorganism, so what type of microorganism that we will discuss in this? You can see on your screen children, there are 5 major group of microorganism. These are bacteria, algae, fungi, protozoa and virus. You can see picture of these microorganism on the screen. And these are the, when I am telling you that you can see pictures on the screen, means you are seeing through your naked eyes, but I want to let you one thing, that these are microscopic images of the microorganism. Okay? These are microscopic images of the microorganism so that we are able to see them on our screen. Hope you understood. So we will study all these 5 major groups one by one. First we take bacteria. See, bacteria are, as we are talking about microorganism, they are microscopic organism which have cell wall but do not have nucleus. Means if organism do not have nucleus means prokaryotic. Okay, so cell wall, they have cell wall. So when their cell wall is a property that organism can make their own food. So some bacteria, it is a characteristic of autotrophs, plants. So some bacteria are autotrophs, means they can make their own food, and some are heterotrophs. For their food, they depend on other organism for their survival, for their food. Third point is, children, bacteria are found in different shapes. You can see on your screen, children, rod shaped. Okay, so they are found in rod shaped, spiral and spherical. Some example you can see on your screen, this Rhizobium and E. coli, etc. So these are the images of the bacteria. Now we will move to our next microorganism, that is algae. Algae are green substances. So you remember it, that's why I have brought you everything in green for you. Algae means green substance. So algae are green substances floating on the surface of pond, lake, river, moist soil, stones, etc. Children, you might have seen that in still water, it covered with some green substances over that. Everything water looks like some green layer over that. That green layer over that is algae, children. So you can easily found on still water at the surface of that, or the sides or the edges of the pond, lake, river, where the moist surface is there. And on the stone, if it is moist, algae will grow on that. It is a green like structure. In a cluster, appearance is like that. So they are usually aquatic in nature. Aquatic means in water they are, where nearby moist area where there is plenty of water. So they are aquatic in nature. They contain a cell wall and chlorophyll, can make their own food by photosynthesis. When there is a cell wall and chlorophyll, these are the characteristic of a plant, so they can make their own food by process of photosynthesis. They don't depend for their food on other organism. You can see on your screen, children, first example is of Spirogyra, this filamentous structure on the screen, and second is some round shape, it is Chlamydomonas. So hope you understand some characteristic of algae. We shall move to the next microorganism, that is fungi. See, children, fungi are the non-green plants, and hence they can't make their own food, because for photosynthesis plant need chlorophyll. So when they can't make their food, it means they depend on other organism for their food. So what happens, children? They either live as parasites or grow on other organic matter. Now what is parasite, children? Parasites are the organism which get their food from, or we can say they depend on other organism. They live in or on the body of other organism. In simple, we can say they can live in and on the body of other organism, maybe an animal or human being, anything. Some example are lice and ticks also. Now you can see on your screen, I brought some picture of these two images. One is of bread mold. You might have observed at your homes, children, when your mother this bread took for 4 to 5 days. What you observe, some patches, grayish and some black patches on the bread. That is fungus. If you see under magnifying lens, this type of structure you can see. So this is the bread mold, and second is Aspergillus. This is also a structure like a small, this bunched over So this is all about fungi. We'll move to the next topic, that is protozoa. Now protozoa is another microorganism, children. They are unicellular organism. It means they have single cell in their body. Some of them live independently while others live as parasites. Again, they need some body. They live on other organism. Some example you can see on your screen: amoeba and paramecium. Amoeba has irregular shape, and second example is paramecium. So hope you understood about the protozoa. We'll move to the next, children, virus. Viruses are also kind of microorganism, children, but they are different from other microbes because they reproduce only inside the cell of host organism. They can't reproduce in themselves. I explain you. If they are outside an organism, they act as a non-living organism. When they become living, when they live in the body of a living organism, then they start reproducing, start multiplying. Okay, and the body on which they live, that body is known as host organism, and that host can be a plant, an animal, or a bacterium. If I say a good example of virus, you are hearing many nowadays about this coronavirus, children. It is also a very dangerous virus. You know, children, all viruses are always harmful. They are always harmful to plants, human beings, animals. They cause many kind of disease. So we can say viruses has the characteristic of living or and non-living. So they are at the border of living and non-living. They become living when they get a host organism. They survive only that. So this is all about today. Hope you understood about what are microorganism and where do they live, what are the different major groups of the microorganism. So watch the videos, children. I will be back with the second part of the video, in which we will discuss about some beneficiary we are getting from the microorganism. See, microorganisms are not always harmful. Some microorganisms are beneficial to human beings, animals, and plants also, and some are harmful, which may cause disease. So we will continue our study in the next video with the friendly microorganism. Till that, you study well, stay safe, stay home. Goodbye, children. Have a nice day.